Welcome back, PMC fans. It is yet again the commissioner, but this time I am not alone. It's not an interview or anything like that. I have my partner in this whole big shindig. Say hello, my friend.
What is going on, PMC fans? This is Phantom Base here.
You see that? The Specs and the base are here. And today we have some things we have to tackle, people. Since the D-League is now coming. Hint, if you didn't know there was a D-League, yes, there's a D-League. This is definitely going to be uploaded after the announcement video about the D-League. So if for some reason after that you didn't know there was a D-League, get out from under the rock, Patrick. Now, today we are going to handle rules, people, because I don't want anybody being able to say, well, I didn't know the rules. I didn't know that was a thing. Nope, none of it. None of it shall happen because we are going to cover it in a video. So I want all you battlers to watch. I am going to spam this to all of you and you viewers, just so you guys can be caught up with everything. I mean, you guys can watch so you can know what exactly is going on. Alright, so rule number 1. Uploads are mandatory. Tyler, would you like to touch on that at all?
I think it's self-explanatory. Yeah, if you don't have a capture card yourself, we will gladly provide the footage for you. Just send us the battle code, either me or Jspeckz, because now that we both have cap cards, we can both record your battles for you.
Indeed.
All you have to do is record a video of you talking about your battle as the little video plays, and upload it to YouTube every week on Sunday.
And hashtag the Verd is also here to help us record. But I'm just gonna give my little spiel about why uploads are mandatory. Uploads are the main factor in making it into Season 2. Yes, people, the D-League is a gateway into Season 2. You do well, you make it to Season 2. You can go undefeated all you want. You can blow everybody out, 6-0 everyone. But if you don't upload a video, bye-bye. And that's, I want to make that clear. I want to make it black and white. It's out there for you. You do not upload, I don't care how good of a battler you are, you cannot stay in this league. Just because we're trying to hold our league to a higher standard just for it to be better.
You know that's right.
Alright, and branching off of that, all matches must be uploaded on Sundays, with team builders on Saturdays, unless you want to do a whole combo thing and have your team builder and battle in the same video. Then that can go up on Sunday, but it has to go up Sunday. And I know some of you guys are from different parts of the world. Some of you may be in Australia, New Zealand, I don't know, you're somewhere other than America. The videos goes up Sunday American time. I don't care if it's EST, CST, Mountain Time. It has to be up on America's Sunday. That way all the videos are up on the same day.
Yep.
Do you agree, my friend?
I do. That makes it easy so that everybody knows what time, and it'll be the same time every single Sunday, so that everybody who's watching out there can be sure that they go, ooh, battles are up today, let's go watch them all.
Yeah, exactly. Now, as far as like time slots for the battles, I don't know if we're really going to worry about that. As long as they're up on Sunday at a reasonable time, not at 11:59, we're good, because that's the we're looking. We have about 6 analysts all pinpointing and nitpicking. If you do not upload, you basically lose a point in terms of you joining Season 2. I'm not trying to be harsh. I am not trying to be a jerk. I just want the best for my creation.
We just want consistency.
Exactly. We want consistency. We want everybody to upload. If everybody uploads, if everybody's consistent, we get more viewers. Not saying that this is all about viewers. Obviously, it's about fun. But I want this league to be a successful league for the smaller YouTubers that can't get into the GBA or the UCL or maybe even the MPL. You know, all these leagues are out there that everybody can't get into. Capture cards, even though they are wanted, they are not a necessity. As long as you stick to the guidelines put ahead of you, you will be able to join the league.
Now, granted, I'm sure that later as we go on, we will probably make this capture card mandatory. But we're starting out, so we need but we still need consistency in uploads before we get capture carders.
Yeah, exactly, because not everybody has the money to go out and buy a capture card. It took Tyler a little while to get it. Luckily for everyone, Loopy popped back up from the grave and is now selling cap cards. So now we don't have to wait 6 months for Capture Kitty. Shout out to you, by the way. Your capture card is still working for me and it is amazing. But we don't have to worry about, all of those shenanigans.
True.
Now, again, branching off of the uploads thing. This is a Wi-Fi league, people.
Yes.
All battles must be done on Wi-Fi, meaning 3DS to 3DS, unless you communicate with me or Phantom Base accordingly.
True.
If someone is recording your battle for you, make sure to save the replay code and to send it to said person. So let's say for this week, Tyler is who's recording your battle for you. After the battle is done, don't get upset because you lost. Don't rush and just spam B. You wait until it says, do you want to save this replay? You press A. Then you go into your versus recorder. You make it so that video is, I don't even know what to call it.
Public on the internet.
Yes, you make it so that's public on the internet, and that way you can get your code. You would then send your code to either Tyler or Verd or myself, and then we'd be able to record your battle for you. And obviously you have to do it with enough time for us to record it and send it back to you before it's time for the upload day.
And speaking off of that as well, battle schedule. This will help you do your uploads on time. Battle schedule starts Sunday, end on Thursday. That way you have Friday and Saturday to edit and Sunday to upload.
Yes, exactly what I was going to. I knew Tyler would touch on it anyway, but I have it written down just to make sure in all caps. And don't worry, people, for any of you that say, well, the rules aren't on screen, don't worry, they will be in the description, people. I have personally typed out all of these rules myself. You will have visual aid, people. But we recommend for all battles to be done by Thursday. That way, there will be no issues with the uploads. Please schedule accordingly. And I don't want to hear anything like, wait, why would I... I'm sorry, I'm kind of confusing myself. Branching off of that as well, like I said earlier with the team builders, yes, you must build a team builder. Now, I don't want to hear, wait, why would I upload a team builder so my opponent can see what I'm bringing to the match? Your battle is going to be done before your team builder is uploaded. Most of the people in this league are aware of that now, but in Season 1, we did have that question asked. And
Where did the question get asked at the beginning? But still, we don't want it asked.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I would think it would be quite obvious. We're not going to have you do a team builder and have your opponent watch it before they battle you and then come battle you. If we want battles to be out on Sunday and team builders to be out the day before, why would we ask you to do that if you're supposed to not battle before those days? Those are your upload days. If battles are, I mean, obviously if you have to battle on Friday, that's fine, as long as your team builder goes up on Saturday and your battle goes up on Sunday. Unless, like I said, you want to do a combo, then your battle and your team builder can be in the same video. But we need both of those just to get most of the content for the league. And people, you have analysts. The main reason why there are team builders in the first place is for the analysts to look at what you are bringing, look at what you are planning, and be able to talk about it because of that. Nobody can rightfully judge you or analyze what you are doing without your battle or without knowing what your thought process was, because they can see, for example, there were times last season where somebody made a crazy play and they straight out said to me, well, Jspeckz, I don't know why he made that play because he didn't put up a team builder. So, I mean, you can get screwed. You will get penalized on power rankings for not doing team builders, people. Please, do team builders. Alright, and let me see what I want to touch on now. Communication. People, communication is key. Tyler, would you like to say some things about communication, my friend.
Just like I said for the Season 1 video, I will say it again here. Communication is of utmost importance. Without communication, everything falls apart. That being said, if you cannot battle on first thing of communication, you need to communicate with the person you're battling with. Make sure you two are agreed on the same time and day for the battle. 2, if the battle cannot happen on that day, make sure you communicate with each other to make sure that you can reschedule. If the person has not contacted you, but you have attempted to contact them, then communicate with either Jspeckz or myself to make sure that we know that you have reached out to them and there's nothing happening, so that we know who to give fault or credit to the battle. And third off, if you have attempted the battle and have had disconnects, communicate with Jspeckz and myself. We will allow you to go on Showdown as a last resort.
Yes, there we go. And just to go off, well, not go off of what he's saying, just to cement what he's saying, I'm going to physically read what I have written down for the rule. That will be in the description, people, as far as communication. Communication is key. If there are any issues at all regarding anything, please let me or Phantom Base know. It is way easier for you to tell me you need more time for something than to let me assume you just don't care and you're just not gonna have your match, or something goes wrong. Like let's say you pull a me week 1 and you end up in another state for way longer than you thought, but yet you don't tell me anything. I'm gonna be pissed at you. I really am. I was literally on the phone the whole time I was gone, telling everybody in the league what was going on. And it shouldn't be that hard I'm not gonna yell at you. Like, I'm not mean. I just want this league is my baby, okay? I want this league to be great, and then if you're going to be involved in it, all I ask is that you help. Just help. Just communicate. Like, you literally just send me a message, Jspeckz. I'm stranded in Massachusetts with some girl because my mind wasn't straight. I can't get home. Rip me. I'd be like, alright, rip you, bro. It's okay. Rip you. I'm gonna tell everybody to do a service for your remembrance because you're ripped. To continue though, if you need an extension for your battle, tell me. And when I say me, because this is in the rules, like I said, it's written down. Me does not mean me. It means it means Specs, it means Base, it means Verd, it means anybody in the staff. Tell anybody that is, any analyst is considered a staff member. So if you're having an issue and for some reason you feel as if I come off too strong and you don't feel like you're comfortable saying you have a problem to me, then by all means go to Tyler, go to Verd, go to V, go to Cloud, go to D-Pad Gamer, my boy Devin, go to any of us, okay? That is what we are here for. Communication, people. If you need to do Showdown this week, again, tell me. If for some reason your Wi-Fi is bugging up, like your internet sucks, my internet company is absolute garbage. So I know what happens. I wasn't able to stream for like 2 weeks, but now I can again. I know things happen. Just tell me. Missing matches will not be tolerated.
True.
Tyler, you want to touch on disconnections, my friend?
Like I said earlier before we went back into that, DCs happen. It happened with me in Lucky Week 7, and I don't know what in the world was happening with my internet, but it crapped out, and every time I tried to join the battle, it just wouldn't happen. So, here's the rules with disconnects. Number 1, disconnects happen, it's okay. That's just how the internet works. First one happens, fine. You can go back in and try to recreate the battle as best as you can, turn for turn. If you can't recreate the battle because something hacksy happened really early, then you may either take one of two options. You can either restart the battle completely and try again, leading the same Pokemon, because we're not going to be unfair. You can, especially once you've seen the other person's team.
Yeah, exactly.
You lead the same Pokemon, but you can continue from there as if the battle were new. However, or if you choose not to do that, or if you were too far into the battle, you can ask for a ruling from me or Jspeckz, or you can turn around and go to Showdown. And Showdown is the last resort, but the last resort is to get a ruling. So try and go to showdown first, but after you have exhausted every effort to do it on the 3DS first. Like for example, with my battle with Lucky, I've tried to battle him 10 different times. 10 different times. And all the times, 2 times I got to the actual battle view screen. 1 time I was in battle and it DC'd. And my DS actually froze up. And then the last 8 times, I literally could not even get on the internet.
It was Rip Tyler that week, everybody. It was Rip.
We ended up going to showdown for it. And that's how it had to happen. But and we still ended up leading the same Pokemon. Leading the same move to start with. And then after that, we went from there. And if showdown or your internet is complete garbage and it's just gone completely so that even showdown doesn't work, then we can give you a ruling. But that's literally the last option.
Indeed. Now I'm going to touch on forfeits. And DMPs.
Oh, you don't want those.
Yeah. So a DMP will count as how much, Tyler?
It's more than a loss.
And no, I mean as far as a differential, how much? What is it?
It depends on the situation. If you forfeit the battle out of being a weenie and just deciding you didn't want to battle because you didn't think your team matched up well, or you quit in the middle of the battle to quote unquote save differential, 6-0 automatically. However, if you were not able to come to the battle, as for Jspeck's example, he was out of the state and was not able to get to his battle in time, so he had to DMP that week. But it was not on a fault of his own, or if you just, for some reason, could just don't reply in some way, shape, or form, then that's a 3-0. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt if you don't reply at all, to be honest. But if you decide, hey, I'm not going to battle. If you say, hey, I'm not going to battle, I don't feel like losing to this guy, or you quit. If you quit in the middle of a battle, and if it says in the middle of the battle that you have run or you forfeited the match, it's an automatic 6-0.
Yeah, and as far as forfeits go, let's say you were playing against somebody and it's currently 5-3, but your 3 remaining Pokemon are all in the red, so you're just like, I'm going to quit I lost, I know I lost, so I'm just going to quit to save the time. Then in that instance, the person that was winning will get a 5-0 because that's probably what it would have been anyway. So yeah. If you quit in that instance, whatever the score was for the person that was ahead,
that's their winning differential.
Yes, that's the score.
So be very, very cautious of how you quit, because yes, I understand if you have 3 mons that are down to 1 HP and they have rocks up and you can't bring in a mon without it all dying. Yeah, you're still gonna get the 5-0 anyway. 5-0 loss anyway. Might as well go ahead and save the time. But if you've got 3 mons left, one has rapid spin on it, and the other 2 are a decent amount of health that they'll live and come in, but you still don't think that you can win, you're still gonna get the 5-0, and you could have possibly won and come back. So
yeah,
don't put yourself out too early.
So now we're going to cover clauses, people. A lot of people tried to say this wasn't covered in last season's video, which I believe it was. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm almost 100% sure we covered the evasion clause. But the evasion clause stands. No evasion moves or abilities that raise evasion in this league. Baton pass clause stands. You can baton pass as many stats as you want as long as it's not speed and another stat. And the sleep clause stands. No more than 1 mon can be asleep at the same time. And Tyler is handling some business at the moment, folks.
I have a project to do while I'm doing this. So, what clauses have you gone over already?
I think I went over all of them: evasion, sleep, and baton pass.
Are we gonna do a track clause?
The what clause?
Or love clause?
I mean, I don't think that's gonna be one that can benefit anyone that much. I mean, except for when it was a Cloud against Kingdra, and Cloud was like, Kingdra only brings males. I'm bringing a female, and I'm clicking a track. That was actually hilarious because I'm pretty sure it worked. But That's why you're never supposed to just bring all of one sex of Pokemon, people. Just mix it up. Even if you bring one female, mix it up, people. Mix it up. Other than clauses, I want to touch on items. There is no Soul Dew allowed, and only the normal gym is allowed.
Yeah, because that's all the other gyms are technically illegal. So.
And with that, the last rule we are going to touch for this video is a rule about transactions. This all, like I said, will be in the description. It's not necessarily in the order that I wrote it in, because I kind of wanted to make sure that we go in an order that makes sense.
Yeah, in a logical order.
Yeah. So as far as transactions, you can only swap your Mega for a free agent one time. So let's say you got Mega Ordino and you don't want Mega Ordino, you want Mega Glalie. You can make that swap, but you can't use any of your other free agency swaps to swap a Mega. You can't be like, well, Mega Glalie has the better matchup against my opponent this week, so let me pick that up, and then try to go back to Mega Ordino after. No, that's not flying. You only get one Mega swap, and once you take it, that's it.
Talk about me and my instant regret in PMC Season 1, why don't we?
Now, free agency and trades are not available to you until week 2. So well, after
week... You like your mods.
Wait, what happened?
We want to see if you like your mods after week 1.
Yeah, basically. You got to give it a chance. After week 2, you are available to consider free agency and trades. Now, with free agency, meaning all the mons that didn't get drafted, you can swap some of your mons for. Now, as far as free agency goes, you get 3 swaps. And as far as trades, it's unlimited up until week 8. Week 8 is the deadline. Since we're only doing 10 weeks, we wanted to give you guys some time to make a decision. Week 8 is the trade deadline. After week 8, you can no longer make any transactions, any trades.
Yep.
Yes, and if you do make a swap or a trade, it does not become an active member on your team right away. Depending on when the transaction was made, you will either have it available the next week or the week following, with Thursday being the cutoff day for transactions. Meaning, if you and Cloud, let's say me and Cloud, trade Mega Absol for Mega Beedrill. Yeah, weird enough.
You pay some serious points for that, first off.
Yeah. If we wanted to make that trade, as long as if we did it before Thursday, then the trade will go in next week. If we do it after Thursday of that week, then it will go in 2 weeks prior.
Yep.
And with,
also,
yep,
one thing to consider.
No, go ahead.
Okay, one thing to consider with this is that you did have to draft on a point system. That means that you have a certain amount of points that you can use for trades as well. If, for example, you trade out your Tier 1 Mega for a Tier 3, you have a few extra points to spend if you wanted to trade a lower Tier Mon for a higher Tier Mon. But the problem being that you still have to maintain the draft rules of having 1 from each tier and 2 from Tier 3 as well as a Mega. You can't go Megaless.
Indeed. You have to make sure, with the swaps and the transactions, like he was saying, your points have to match up. You can't say, well, I have Mega Beedrill, but I want Mega Charizard X, even though you have no extra points. As long as your points are according to what swaps you want, you can make them. Your points are the main thing. That's why you can swap. As far as trading, transactions in general, as long as your points don't go over the allotted amount of points you are supposed to have, you are fine. And as long as you keep at least the picks that you're supposed to have, you have to keep. You know what? I'm gonna continue touching that in the draft. As long in the draft changes and stuff video, which will be coming next, people. But as long as you keep the mods we have written for you that everyone has to draft, you are fine. And yes. I think that about wraps it up for this video, people. If you have any questions other than what was covered in this video, feel free to leave a comment and ask about it. And I will not have any issues becoming a keyboard warrior, hopping on this video and answering whatever you need to know.
Keyboard warrior. Jspeckz, the keyboard warrior.
Yes, and my specs are on right now, people. You can't
You know,
see them,
that's-
but I can see. I can see people.
And
But
that's how he-
yeah, we're not gonna sit here and continue to babble. This is a little bit longer than we wanted it anyway. So here's to a great D League. All right, people.
You know that's right.
We're out of here.
Later.